Hey, what's going on, YouTube? This is LK coming to you from Hammond, Indiana today. Today is the first day of December, December 2nd. It's a Monday, just coming off a Thanksgiving break. It's amazing. If you guys ever kept track, I've been off. I haven't done a video in about a month. So, today's video, I'm going ahead and explain why I had to take the kind of month off, even though I just started. This video is going to be geared towards people who are looking to add a second truck, whether it be an owner operator or a company driver or whatever. But honestly, this video goes out to everybody. This video is about a subject that's not really spoken too much about in the truck driving community, especially for the owners. And what that subject is your mental health. So I had to take the month off because in my life, personally and business wise mainly, it was just so much going on that the videos, even though it doesn't take too long to do these videos, it was just having the mindset to be clear and be able to talk to you guys, because I know whenever I talk, you guys want to hear a strong message. You want to be able to hear me clearly. So let's just go over. I'll go ahead and invite you into my world a little bit so you can understand more where I'm coming from. So the biggest issue that I had is I had an owner operator that was riding under me that was making me a little bit of money, but not as much as he was supposed to as an owner operator, especially somebody who's supposed to be over the road. And just dealing with him was such a mental drain. When it came down to just finding him loads and stuff like that, I will have good loads, but he'll turn them down, and then he'll end up taking a crappy load just to get moving. So it was a lot of stress. It was a lot of undue stress, because when you're in this industry, especially when you have people riding under you, you're going to have stress. It's part of the game. You're going to be stressed out from time to time. But it's when you have these people who add undue stress, that's when things become an issue. So one piece of advice that I can give you, which I got the reason why the owner operators was working for me in the first place was because I was doing a favor for somebody that invested into me. But when you are hiring people into your company, you got to think your company is your family. Your company and your employees is your home away from home, essentially. You have to take care of them, and you hope that they take care of you. But just like every family, you're going to have some poisonous people. And depending on how big or small you are, determines on how big of an effect that person has. So because I'm a smaller company, I had me as a company driver, him as an owner operator, and then at the time I had one person working in the office. So I'm pretty small. So one person's influence radiates through the company pretty quickly. In terms of pay, in terms of stress, in terms of a lot of things. So because we are a company, we have control over who joins our family. When you're going through the hiring process, you want to be able to work with people that can work. Not necessarily that you guys are going to be best friends or anything like that. You just want to be around people that's going to help you succeed because you're helping them succeed. It's a teamwork. It's an effort. A teamwork effort. So that's the biggest thing is you essentially pick your poison, but pick the person that's not going to poison your company with negativity. That's just the biggest thing, because when you have these negative people in your company, it takes your mind so much to be geared towards dealing with this one person that it takes your mind off of other things that you essentially need to do. And because we only have so many hours in a day, some things are going to get kicked to the curb a little bit. Not kicked to the curb, but it's going to receive less attention than what it really needs, because now you have to focus your attention on this person, because this person affects your income and your company, and your income and your company affects your family, and it's all craziness. So that's just one of the biggest things when you're a company owner is just make sure you're not bringing poison into your company. And if you do realize that you have poison in your company, get them out. You can systematically do it, or you can just on paper do it. So when I say systematically, like normal jobs, when they want you to quit, they will start cutting your hours on the schedule. Or you can legitimately do it, find different reasons why to fire them that's in your rule book, and just be hard on them and keeping tabs on it. So I did mainly keeping tabs, because when he left, he was pretty much on his last strike anyway, and documented it. Like, every time he gets written up, it goes down in black and white. And then it just worked out to where, he quit before he got his last strike, so it was good. So that's just one of the biggest stresses that I had, dealing with, mental health. Because when you're dealing with employees, you do have to worry about your mental health as well, because it does take a lot out of you, especially if you're an owner that's also driving. Another stress is just dealing with family life. If you watched my videos before, like if I said, it was a video that I did about why you should become a truck driver, or the pros and cons of being a truck driver. And I mentioned it, that when you're in this box, if you can imagine, this is the size of probably a big bathroom, a mid-sized bathroom, these trucks. So you got to think, you're sitting in these trucks for most of the week by yourself. If you're like a person that's going Monday through Friday, you sit in these trucks for most of your day. So you have to think, when things are going on at home, when things are going on in your relationship, when there's things that's going on with you, when you're just grieving, because I'm still going through a grieving process because I lost my grandmother last year. So I'm still going through a grieving process about it. So all of these things factor in. All these things factor in. And you're sitting in this box by yourself for hours and hours and hours and hours. Yeah, you can listen to music. Yes, you can talk to people on the phone, but you can't talk on the phone 24 hours. You're not going to want to listen to music 24 hours. You're not going to watch TV 24 hours. You're going to have that idle time for your brain. And so because I had that idle time, it was a lot of reflecting going on. And it was going unchecked because I did not have the support that I needed at home. So that's another reason why I just did not really want to do the videos, because I was not mentally there, because I was not getting what I needed to take care of my own mental health. So I can't, if I'm not good mentally, then I cannot tell you a message with good intent, with a clear mind like I am now. So the biggest way that I can say to avoid that is, before you get on the road, or if you're on the road, go ahead and start doing this now. Establish somebody that you can just vent to. Somebody that you can vent to and understand where you're coming from. Whether it's another company driver, not a company driver, but yeah, another truck driver, somebody that's not in your company. Don't vent to people that's in your company. Especially if you're an owner, don't vent to your employees. But if you can vent to family or another owner of a different company or something like that, go ahead and vent, because just kind of talking through your issues and just having that human interaction, period, will do wonders for your mental health. Because just interacting with other human beings will definitely take your mind off of what's going on, or it'll help you sort out your issues. So that's what I did. I didn't have the help that I needed, but then I went back and I established the help that I needed. And so that's, kind of why I'm better now. And then plus I just came off vacation. So it's been 2 years since I've gone anywhere, because I've been working hard for this and military stuff that I've been doing. So it's been a drain. So that'll bring me to my third point about mental health, is you got to remember that even though you're working hard, you're grinding, you want to see your company succeed, or you just want to get money in your pockets, whatever your case may be, make sure you take a break. Because I explained it like this. A friend that I have was going through some stuff, and this person stays in the city, so they never really left. So she was going through stuff, but she was never getting a chance to get out of the situation, just to kind of clear her mind. And the way I explained it is, your body is like a cup when it comes down to your stress level. It's like a cup. You gonna keep filling your cup. Like when you're going to work and dealing with stress, your cup is just filling up. You could take a day off, like just kick back and relax or whatever. That'll bring your cup down a little bit, but it's not going to clear it out. Because the more time you take off, and the more time you spend away from a situation, that's the lower your cup gets. So let's say if you're having issues at home, when you go home, you might be relaxing, so it's kind of going down, but as it's going down, there's still water trickling in, so it's not going down as fast, because you're still building stress, but while you're trying to relax. Or there's sometimes where just being in the situation, whatever's stressing you, just keeps adding and nothing comes out. It happens. So make sure that you take a vacation. Whether, me, I live in Chicago, If you and one other person want to go do something for a weekend, you can go to Indianapolis and spend about $300 for two people and at least just get away. Even if you just go someplace to a different city, just sleep in that different city and just walk around. Do whatever you got to do. You got to take a break. So this year, for my vacation, I went to Jamaica. I just got back on Saturday. Today's Monday. So I pretty much took 10 days off in total. So I had the weekend before Thanksgiving, all of Thanksgiving week, then this weekend. So I was off for about 10 days. So, I definitely needed it. So that would be my third point, is just make sure you take care of yourself and take a break. Because if you are not taking a break and you're just overwhelmed all the time, you're going to see it reflect in your work. It reflected all through my company. As a company owner, when you are stressed out and when you are not in your right frame of mind because you are stressed out, it's going to affect your company greatly. So me, it didn't necessarily affect my employees per se, but it mainly affected all the back office stuff as far as like keeping up with paperwork and keeping everybody on track to do what they need to do. So you gotta make sure that you keep your mind clear. Am I saying take vacations every month or something like that? I'm not necessarily saying that, but make sure that you get a break. Because I know as company owners, especially those who are owner drivers, that you drive and you own the company and you're running other trucks, it does get stressful, and because you are gone, you do have to work on the weekends from time to time. But make sure you set out at least 1 week in a month where you just kick your feet up. Don't even think a touch about a truck from Saturday to Sunday. And then on Monday you get back to the grind. And then one time out the year, take a week off and go on vacation. Save up, go on vacation. It's you got to do this. If you do not do it, then that, in my eyes, I see that as a sure way to fail. That Because you're not going to be able to run your company efficiently enough to keep it up because of all the things that went through this year. I came close to losing my business one time, because just certain small stuff is not taken care of. So now, because I'm in a better mental state now, I'm back on catching up and doing everything, and so everything's fine now. But you gotta make sure that you do not reach that point. Do not ever, ever, ever let your cup overflow. If it's about halfway, take a day off. Take 2 days off. If it's like 3/4 of the way, then just go on vacation. If you are a company owner, I would suggest run your company based on you only working 48 weeks a year. So that leaves you pretty much a month where if you need to take off, whether your truck breaks down or whether you just need the time off, just do it. It's not that hard. You don't have to work crazy. You don't have to do all this crazy stuff to make it happen. Just do it. Because at the end of the day, nothing is more important than your mental health. Because if your mental health is not there, you're not going to have a company. If you don't have a company, you're not going to have a place to live. If you don't have a place to live, family issues arise and all this stuff. So do not let it happen to you. So this is LK signing off. If nobody told you today, I love you. I see that you guys can do great things. Godspeed. Peace and love.